next piece of application software for us to talk about, the next piece of application software for us to talk about is image editing software. When we talk about image editing software, there is really only one industry-leading option for anybody ever to use, and that is Adobe Photoshop. They are the lead image editing software, application software that's out there. It's Adobe Photoshop, and you can find that at Photoshop.com, or you could also just go to Adobe, and when you get to Adobe, you can look to products and you could choose Photoshop. There we go. Photoshop, Creative Cloud. And so Photoshop's going to allow you to do things like this. Cool image. Okay, we worked with it and we made it sort of different, right? That's Photoshop. And Photoshop will also allow you to do this. So just kind of let your head wrap around this image for a moment. Yeah, kind of cool. A lot of monuments, one lake, and one person in an old looking boat cruising around on it. That'd be an interesting lake to row around on. With the earth rising in the difference, and there's like whatever that area is. I know it, I just don't know the name of it. And then we could also do things like this in Photoshop, you know, before and after shots. Before, after, before, after, you know, and then here's some Photoshopped stuff. I'm not sure, colors, I don't know, not a big deal. Before and after, Photoshopped, Photoshopped. Here's a hand, just fingers randomly emerging out of this woman's back. Before and after. I'm not sure if that's true. I think that's a joke. Some more before and afters. And that's kind of interesting. Interesting Photoshop. So that's Photoshop. And we already saw some Photoshop images, you know, at the beginning of the semester. Interesting Photoshopped images. I dig that one. Pretty cool. You know, seals do look like dogs. This one here, right, for the press, that guy's head, it's right there. So two images combined to make it more interesting. And, you know, some people say when the president was elected, somebody, or when there was 9/11, somebody took his book and turned it upside down just to make him look like a doofus. Right, here's Oprah photoshopped on the cover of the TV Guide. And the same image appearing on two different magazines, how Photoshop makes him look a little bit more sinister. Right, and that's my favorite right there. Photoshop contest, you know, they just put a gun in his hand. I think that's kind of funny. So Photoshop's a pretty amazing piece of software for image editing. You have Content Aware Fill, which is amazing. So you could go to YouTube and you could search for Photoshop Content Aware Fill, and you can watch a little bit about how Photoshop can really alter images and create images. And so they have this amazing thing in Photoshop called Content Aware Fill. So you should go to YouTube and watch this video, Content Aware Fill. What else can I say about image editing software? You do in Microsoft Windows have really basic image editing software. You have Paint, which I don't really like. And you know, you could do things like if you have an image, you could put some text on it. So that's one of the assignments I have my students do. Let me just find an image here, and I'll go to just the random pictures, sample pictures, and open up the desert. Oops. I'm going to right-click that and choose Open With, and then I've got Paint, Picture Viewer, Windows Media Center, Windows Photo Viewer. I'm going to go to Paint. And then if I want to put text on it, I just click this. And, you know, it's not really all that intuitive. I'm like, where's my font size, right? Like, how do I change my font size? So I'm just going to click and dog, type dog, right? And is there any way to make it bigger? Now I can make it bigger, 72. And then I guess I have to grab that sizing handle. And there's dog, bold, underlined, italic. So I just added text to my photo. And then I would have to go up here and choose File to save that. And then if I wanted to crop it, I could choose select rectangular selection, and I could crop, drag over what I want, and I could choose crop. And so you could do some really basic stuff with Paint, but it's not the greatest, but just for basic stuff. So in my class, I have people write their name on a picture of themselves and then save that picture and upload that. So that's a good skill to have, to be able to add a little text to a picture and then save that picture. And you could do that with Paint. All right, so that's what I have to say about image editing software. If you're going to get into image editing, Adobe software is what you want to learn. And the best place I know to learn about it is lynda.com. They have great Photoshop trainings for like $25 a month. $25 a month, you have access to all of their trainings. It's kind of crazy. It's not that much money. And they have really good trainings here for only $25 a month. That's it, $25 US a month. You can come in and take whatever trainings they have to offer. And they have good Photoshop trainings in here. So that's where you want to go if you want to learn about Photoshop.